Hi everyone, I am in Russia over the weekend. It wasn't planned trip, it wasn't sort of long bank holiday weekend. It was death in the family, unfortunately, and I had to fly over urgently. But I can't help but film in this beautiful place because it's really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous piece of land with a river and a new village. And village was made in Irish style, and all the street names are Dublin Street and some other names. And I just wanted to show you how people of Russia now live. Some of them can afford certain things, and unfortunately where we are, it's kind of half-built house, and it was stopped because of now of the circumstances. But I'm stopping here with my sister and my nephew, and I just want to show you around because the nature is so beautiful. It's not Moscow, it's a little bit of south of Moscow, southwest, about 40 kilometers probably. So it's a lovely piece of land and such a beautiful nature. So I just wanted to share this with you, even during my sad moment. And I'm flying back home tomorrow, but I just couldn't help filming this. So have a look. So this is the river, which is right down just a few yards from the village, and they built. So what happened is the guy who lived in Ireland for many years, he was quite well off, and when he returned back to Russia, he was missing Ireland quite a lot. So he decided to buy this land from the local government, and sort of they built some typical cottages, and they also were selling land for people to build what they wanted to build, whatever style. So there are some houses you can see quite sort of Irish style, and there are some random designs as well. So then, you know, I just can't, it's just breathtaking. It's really so beautiful, the whole thing, the whole setup. I thought it probably wouldn't be appropriate to do video, but I thought, why not? We can share all the beautiful stuff with each other, even during sad times. And I'm quite impressed by what they built, how they built it. So they've done this little garden with all various trees, and I'm sure some of them are not typical Russian. Let me show you. I don't know what it is, because I thought they were young oaks, but they actually don't look like oaks. They look like maple, kind of combination of maple and oak. So I don't know. There you go. And apparently quite a lot of snakes underneath, but it's very peaceful, it's very lovely. Those little gardens, they planted pines, and it's a house in a different style. And I was told that only a couple of days ago, a few days ago, my sister saw guys bringing some massive pikes, really big ones. And you probably don't know, but if you don't know, you might be surprised that we don't have fishing license in this country. It's too vast, it's too, you know, rich of various resources, so there is no license to fish. So therefore it's quite common to do any fishing without any restrictions as such, unless you're doing it in a massive scale. But it's actually it's okay. You catch the fish and you have it. It's yours. So that's one of the things I really like about Russia, because as a child we used to go quite frequently to do fishing, and you bring your treasure with you. So that's the village. Well, we're at the sort of wrong end of it, but I'll show you the streets, and you can see the cottages are in that sort of style, like a typical little Irish town, or English, I would say, similar. So as I mentioned, some houses been built you know, ready built, new built, and some of them are being built by their own projects. So this is the neighbors of my sister, and they're building quite massive. He's one of the government from somewhere, I don't know. And I'll show you a house which hasn't been finished, and it's not probably won't be for a bit. Quite sad, really. But this lovely piece of land, 17,000 square feet, quite impressive, I would say. I don't know the cost of the cottages. I know a piece of land, depending on square footage, it could be, I was told, around 17,000 square feet, bearing in mind it's just outside of Moscow. It comes to around £150,000, which I think is quite a bit of money, actually. That's before you start building. So there we go. This is Dublin Street, and you go up and there is security point. It's not free entrance, secured gate, and all cars, they've got their pass. This street is Irish Street called. This is Dublin Street and this is Irish Street, and this is the house they nearly finished outside, and nothing inside yet, just walls. And there is a little summer house, that's where we're staying at the moment, which is absolutely beautiful. It's right on the river, actually. Absolutely gorgeous. And nightingales singing at night is just crazy. There we go. Absolutely beautiful place, really is. But I'm well aware that it's not typical for anyone in Russia to be able to buy that. It costs a lot of money, the land costs a lot, and it costs you know, to build a house. But you can get a mortgage for that, and a lot of people move as a permanent residency. It's not like suburban house where you just work on land and you have your vegetable patch. It's just proper living place. So yeah, that's where we are. And this is where the builders live, and they come from ex-USSR republics to build, to do the work. It's quite cheap labor, and so they've been doing it for many years. So these guys live in their families in the republics, and they come into work. And just wanted to show you, this is the building. That is the building where the builders live. This is their life, and they do it they move from project to project for, you know, until it's done. And this is their lifestyle. You can see this is a house where they stay without their families. So it's 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, sometimes 5, living in this little shed. But that's their choice, and so to say, it's quite, you know, it's labor. And those are building many places in all over Russia. I'm actually happy I've done this video. It makes me feel a bit better as well, and to be able to share this beautiful piece of Russian land with you. I see you soon.